Well, hello to you YouTubers, ladies and germs. I'm here in the Notre-Dame-de-Grâce area of Montreal, lovingly known as NDG. And what we have here is an old Buick, an old green Park Avenue, late 80s. And the funny thing is I was walking up here going towards the north towards Côte Saint-Luc Road, and I was actually hoping to see a 79 to 85 Buick Riviera, also green, that was parked right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the guy who owned this beautiful thing is the guy who owned that Riviera. I wouldn't be surprised. And what's weird about this car is the color, actually. That's a very unusual color for these years. This is more of a, that's more of like a early 80s, late 70s color. You know? Anyway, finally I see something interesting, for crying out loud. I've been walking I don't know how many blocks around here. I didn't see anything old. Nothing even remotely old. You know? Anyway, judging by the car's pretty good overall condition, I would say maybe 100,000 clicks. You know? It's got a spoiler at the bottom. It's got a little damage out of kilt. Headlight bezel seems to have disappeared somewhere. There's some bad rust over here on the wheel well. It's like a friend of mine once said to me, what is it about wheel wells? You know, they all rust, all of them, every car, man. I want to cross here to get a, oh my God, look at the rust, what a shame. No, it's really funny, I almost forgot to mention something important. I was here in NDG yesterday, and I was, now if you guys know NDG, I was near Vendôme actually. And I saw a Buick just like this Park Avenue, about the same years, about 87 to 90, except it was dark blue, but that one was like A1, you know? But I really love the dark green on this baby. I tell you right now, it looks like that 81 Buick LeSabre wagon that I filmed, last spring. Look at the rust on that, oh my God, what a shame. Holy jeez. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen one of these so rusted. That's a rare color, man. I've never seen one this color. I think this car's from the States or something, because let me tell you guys a little history lesson. When it comes to old cars, I don't know about now, not that I care, but when it comes to old cars, okay, in the old days, there were actually a lot of cars that were made that didn't have necessarily the same colors in Canada as those in the States. Now, I'm gonna finish here by just looking underneath real quick. I'm sure it's terrible. See, this is the kind of car you can buy for a few $100. It's a good beater, you know? And let me see here. It's an 84. What? Hey, what year is your Buick? Well, I'll be damned, I was right. I was right, man. Right when I started filming, it's because you see the owner happened to have been on the second floor of the building that Buick was parked up there, and he asked me what I was doing, you know. And it's funny because, I don't know, about maybe like 20 minutes ago, I went into an apartment building to check out an elevator, and the front doors were open. As soon as I walk in, I go up to the elevator, this guy comes out, he says, hey, can I help you? I'm like, no. I'm just here to buy something from somebody, which is bullshit. I'm really there to check out the elevator and maybe film it. He's like, oh, well, I just let the doors open, blah, 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 to, he says, what is it? He says to air out the place or whatever. He's like, what apartment are you going to? He says, I don't have to tell you that. He says, oh, well, then you're going to have to go buzz the apartment in the front. I'm like, okay, sir, well, have a good day. And then he tells me to fuck off. What a prick. Fucking jag off. You know? Anyway, I veered off there. The guy, anyway, over here, he was all right. He says, I asked him questions about his Buick. It's an 85, which was the first year for that model. Replaced the big ones there. What's that truck coming? Okay, sorry about that, guys. To finish off there what I was saying. So anyway, I was talking with that gentleman there with the Buick, and he says to me, he says, you should see my other one. I said, let me guess, it's a Riviera. He's like, yeah, I was right. I know people, I know guys, I know car guys. they'll go from one car to another, and you know, you got guys who are usually they'll buy the similar types of cars, even colors, and then you have types of guys where they could buy anything, you'll never know what it is, you know. But anyway, nice guy, and hopefully, like I told him, I'm going to see his Riviera one day, like the first time I saw it in 2008 down here on Fielding, way down there, and filmed that in. Anyway, so I left the guy my card, and you know, que sera, sera. Yeah, oh yeah, and I used to live right down there, by the way. See that bus down there? That's the 66. Yeah, which unfortunately is, you guessed it, scrap. And I used to live right down there. And Tony, the sharpening guy, is right down there. I think I just saw him turn the corner even. Anyway, so that's it. That's all. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.